I was going to do this with my other camera, but the battery's not working properly. It needs to be fully charged, which I'm doing now. Um, we're going to do. Sorry about the glare, by the way. I'm right underneath a light, and yeah. Anyway, World Banknotes. We start off with 3 German, and this one is from 1910. It is 7.5 by I think 4.5. It's a big puppy, and we'll look at the backs too. Okay, next, my only 2 English notes. A 10 shilling and a £1. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I can never remember how it's pronounced, but it's a small island in the Pacific, one of the French islands. And here's my dong from Korea, or Vietnam, sorry. An Egyptian note, which has to be moved and put in with the other Egyptian notes. Some really beautiful artwork on these. And it's very much a shame that America doesn't follow suit and start doing color notes and um, beautiful designs like this. Here we have Hungary. I think that one's in backwards for some reason. Now here we actually have a bunch of Canadians. I got a few stuck in there. And 2 $5 notes. Yeah, I did have that one in backwards. I'll have to fix that. Here, pull a couple of them out. Some of the older notes, 1954s, I believe. Next, we have the Bahamas. And Lebanon. Now, what's really neat is if you put these under black lights, the colors that are on them that just glow out. You know, the holographic designs they have on them. And then my small collection of euros. Not very many. I hope to get more soon. Now, these notes I had copies of when I was a child. I mean, a little kid back in the 70s. And I always thought they were Russian. I'll show you why in a minute. These are all new to me, so these aren't ones from back then. I don't know what happened to those. But I always thought they were Russia because they had the hammer and sickle. Well, it turns out they're like, I think Bulgaria, if I remember correctly. Very interesting. Next, we have the Cayman Islands. Now, here's a 1971 and a 1974 mint pressing. And then the backs. And yes, these I have a few of stuck in here. Eventually they'll be in their own slots. Now these are Afghani notes, Afghanistan. And as you can see from the light, I've got three light bulbs, three bulbs up there. Oh look, it's Saddam Hussein. So these must be Iraqi notes. Well, the top 2 were. The bottom one was the UAE. Thailand, if I remember correctly. Not sure which one that one is. Maybe this is the Bulgarian, the other ones aren't. I can't remember for right now. Here's an early Pakistani, maybe 40 years ago, I think, 30, 40 years ago. See, every note you see in here, I have cataloged elsewhere. I just don't have them written down in here. Turkey, Portugal. Now, this one I really like a lot. And I'm going to show you the back of it first. It's from 1938, Shanghai. Hang on. 1930, sorry, my bad. And the American Bank Company, or American Banknote Company. 1930, so this thing is almost 100 years old, and it is in very nice condition, even though it's got some spotting there and one bend. But other than that, yeah, you can see it's pretty nice. I'll show you the backs of the other notes. Next we have, now these are the other two Egyptian, followed by a 1945 Mexico, Series Y. And it's a shame when they're torn like that. But considering how old they are and what they've been through. Here we have a couple more Mexicos. That's a 45 Series Z, 48 Series AD, and a more modern one. And yes, I'm trying to get one pressing from every serial press that they did. I've been on the website. I got all of these written down for what they are and how many and all that. Early French. And it's really a shame that this one's torn. And yes, I know this video is already 8 minutes long and people don't like long videos. It's tougher. Okay, if I remember correctly, these are all China. Some nice designs on them. Another nice old one. Now this is a rice note or food stamp, whatever you want to call it, from China. It was only good for so much rice in a particular province. So now here we have a couple Japanese government from World War II. I forget which country these were issued in. I have it written down somewhere else. Here's one I did have from when I was a child, and as you can see, it's been torn in half. So I'm glad I found a replacement for it. Now, you may be wondering why we have a page covering. That's because we're now doing Japanese yen. These were military currency issued just after the war. And then we have some older ones. These are really nice. More Japanese currency. This one's from Myanmar, and this is misprinted. I don't know how I did that, but this sheet's going to be replaced within the next week. And I've only got a couple from here. 1 rupee and 10 rupees. Very nice notes. And the next we have Japanese currency, Japanese government, Philippines pesos. Now, yeah, this is before the Japanese in World War II took it, so, but I was doing the full range just to make sure I got them all, because there is one note in here prior to World War II. But there's a 1 centavo, 5 centavo, 10 centavos. This one is pre-war. And then we have the Japanese government one with peso, 1 peso. So you can see that they used pretty much an American template to design these. It's like the printing press had no, the mint had no creativity whatsoever. Now here is the same thing, but that is a PD line, and this is the PE line. I was glad I was able to get 2 different presses of them. Look, Mongolia. I lucked out and came across somebody selling Mongolia at a really nice low price, so I had to grab them. Very small, Monopoly sized money, pretty much. Well, he looks upset. Now, I made this page, but I don't have any of these yet, so we're just going to skip and go to 2008 to 2018. 5, 100, 100, 100, 100. Now, the interesting thing about all these 100s, you look at the date. What is that, the 24th of May, 2007? You go to the next one. Focus, focus. 19th of December, 2008. Oh, here's the backs real quick. Now, I'm going to skip all the backs for the rest of these because they're all the same. But every one of them is from a different run of the presses. They put the year, they put the day, the year, or the month, and the year for every one of them. And the 100s, I got an almost complete run. There's only 1 or 2 I do not have yet. And I think one of those is a specimen, and probably not going to find one. So, yeah. And then we got the 1000. And then the 2000. Here we go. 2, 5, 20. And a 50. And again, there's nothing beyond this. I just did the page to be ready for them if I ever get any, because there's not very many for Venezuela I've discovered. Anyway, this is 15.5 minutes. Nobody ever watches anything longer than 1 minute because squirrel. Thank you all for watching if you made it to this far. And if you have any bills you would like to send me, banknotes, not bills. I don't need bills. I got enough of my own. But if you have any banknotes you would love to send me to add to this, please do. Just, you know how to get a hold of me. I just need more plastic sheets to put everything in. Thanks.